Arnold Schwarzenegger is the focus of an all-new Netflix documentary.
I'll be back.
So let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin. Here I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. This 3-part documentary series chronicles Arnold Schwarzenegger's journey from the countryside of Austria to the American dream. In a series of candid interviews, Arnold Schwarzenegger, his friends, foes, co-stars, and observers cover everything from his days pumping iron to his triumphs in Hollywood. So I really like Arnold Schwarzenegger as an actor. He has some of the most iconic movies of all time.
Put that cookie down now!
But throughout his life, he has had many different careers. He once was a bodybuilder, then he was a movie star, and then he was the governor of California. And this 3-part documentary is broken up very nicely to focus on each of those parts. The first part of this documentary is focused on his upbringings and then focusing on his time as a bodybuilder and winning all those championships and what led to him wanting to be a bodybuilder. And then towards the end of that, we start to transition into him wanting to be an actor. From all the big movies that he did, like Terminator and Jingle All the Way and Twins, it focuses on his acting career. And then him wanting more out of his life and a new challenge. And the third part focusing on his time being a governor. I really like how it was broken up because you get different parts of his life and different understanding of what made him want to focus on that part. And we have a lot of interviews with him and it's very personal, raw conversations with him about his time as a bodybuilder or an actor or that governor and what led to his decisions. And we understand throughout all 3 parts of this documentary is that he is a very driven person. He wants to take on these new tasks, and seeing what he's trying to accomplish in each part, get a real understanding of who Arnold Schwarzenegger is. If you've seen a lot of his movies and his time being a governor and watching him being a bodybuilder, you see that he's really focused on those parts and going so much as to wanting to try different things. And by breaking it up, you can really feel invested into his time with each part of his life. But also, it's not forgetting the moments outside of his career. So looking at his relationship with his mother and father and his brother in the first part of this documentary, and then his relationship with his wife and family in the second part, and what happened with his wife when he was governor and looking at that part. So the series is able to nicely blend the focus on his career, but also his personal life as well. And that in-depth look at his life and his career in his career as well gives that really personal touch to this series, and having a focus on him and him being interviewed as well. You get the real information from him and all the true emotions surrounding it all. And a lot of the times you feel that excitement from him, and the series does a great job of capturing that excitement with music or fun clips throughout. But then when it becomes more emotional for him, it kind of slows it down. And so I like the pacing for each episode throughout. Then we get a lot of interviews, mostly a lot of interviews from co-stars like Jamie Lee Curtis, and we have interviews with director like James Cameron, people that have worked with him many times, remembering things that they went through, filming processes, or what they thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger on set. So seeing how they felt about Arnold Schwarzenegger just adds to that very personal touch of this series. But also like how this documentary looked. We get a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger sitting down and describing his life and his career as well. But then we have overview shots of Austria and his hometown as well. And there's some beautiful moments in here. And there's so many moments where Arnold Schwarzenegger describes his life growing up, and that he was born in Austria but made in America, but he loves to spend his time in Austria. And so we see the beauty of his hometown as well, and showcasing that. So we get to see everything kind of where he grew up and all of that, and then just some beautiful direction for it. I really was invested in this documentary. Like I said, I really like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Very popular actor. I've seen a lot of his movies. It's pretty similar to you guys as well, but just seeing a more in-depth look at his life was really interesting. I say out of all 3 parts of the documentary, the one I was able to connect with the most and really like seeing was that second part, looking at him as an actor. And I was only like 12 when he became a governor, so I wasn't really understanding everything that was happening. So going back and watching it now, seeing why he wanted to become a governor, what people thought of him as well, and just watching all of that was probably the things I found to be most interesting. I was really captivated by that second part, but I wanted to learn more about that third part of him being a governor. And each part gives us enough information and enough fun clips and interviews to keep the energy going, but also make it feel very personal. So if you like Arnold Schwarzenegger as an actor, if you've seen a lot of his movies and you want to spend about 3 hours watching in-depth look at Arnold Schwarzenegger's life through interviews of his co-stars and a lot of interviews for him, giving that raw emotional feel to it, definitely check out Arnold. It's on Netflix. It's worth your time. So before I give you my score for Arnold, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit the subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Arnold a B. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Arnold, the new Netflix documentary. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.